left. 3 minutes left. There's just a couple of teams here. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Server connection? No. That did not just happen. What is... No. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to see who's where, so I'm just gonna have to hope everything's gonna go smooth by 9 o'clock. Alright. Or no, I think we're good. I think I saw... Yeah. No, we're good. Okay, cool. I did. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's time. A lot of... It's not starting. Match is still... Okay, it started. I was scared. Alright, here we go. Lots of teams ready to fight on the wrangle. All weapons are upped by just a bit, by a few percentages, to give everyone a good chance and a good fair fight to properly practice their skills in battles. If you can't go, or that actually might just be me. I'll turn myself up a bit. Yeah, that should be louder on stream. Okay, cool. All right. Looks like we do have our first set of teams go ahead and jumping onto the plane. We have Team 19 and Team 13 But Team 19 heading towards Yasnaya and Team 13 heading towards Lipovka. Looks like Team 13 is playing it just a bit safe here. Make sure they get loot. Make sure they don't die right off the back. In these scrims, we do run by the official PUBG Mobile score system. So, placement is very, very important in these scrims if you want to get that first place. Not only that, but you only get $10 per match if you get that first place spot. So there's a lot of incentive to get that first place spot. Otherwise, you won't get any chance at any prize. Looking over here at Pachinki, we do have a few teams here as well. We have Team 15 and Team 7 landing here. Oh, I'm sorry. Team 17 is actually going a bit further away from Pachinki. And Team 15 is all alone over at Pachinki. Here at apartments and over in schools, we have a few teams that landed over here. Team 5, Team 21, and Team 12 all landed at a school apartments. We have shots being taken. We have Sad Boy, very low on health, just laying down, no weapons at all. I guess he was not very lucky to have landed here. He's all alone as well, it looks like. Pompey over here, Ali Pompey is over here fighting AST kind of alone with the Scar. Oh, Pompey takes out Angel. Oh, Pompey takes down. Pompey, he's going to try and fight another one, but that Uzi comes in and takes him down. Had no chance against that Uzi. It appears the rest of Team 12 is pushing into school apartments. Leandro is pushing around the building while Seraph is in the... Oh, Seraph comes out, tries to drop shot, but fails and gets taken down by Leandro. Leandro says drop shotting is toxic and it will not be tolerated. Looking back over here towards AST. AST seems to be on second floor, just kind of defending, holding a position while Team LE does move in a bit. They know they're in there and they want to push. They're pushing together. They're pushing in. One is down. Race takes out Zig School. And he's very little health. Jumps out the window to save himself, but still gets knocked on his way out. Leandro is still here. Can he save his teammates? Yes, Leandro comes in for the kill, takes down AST, but sadly, the rest of his teammates were finished. Leandro is left alone for the rest of the match to be by himself, with no real comeback in sight. But he will try his best. And then we have Team 18 just kind of chilling over at school, listening to all the craziness that's going on in apartments. Looking around the map, we do have over here in Jorgo Pool Crates. We have Team 8 and Team 3, both landed right next to each other. Both are looting and possibly know that each other are there. Both are being very careful. Mamui over here is just kind of looking behind crates, using his third-person peek advantage to just look around. Yes, not much. OPX, they are pushing in a bit more. They are trying to get the loot. As they close in, they will come up on Team 3. And Team 3 does only have 2 players. But so does OPX. They did lose one on the way in. ESL Admin 1. Well, looks like we're just kind of at a standstill. They most definitely know that they are there. They're just kind of playing it safe. Lucid over here is kind of pushing to the right of these large steel frames, and Pearl is just kind of moving towards somewhat towards the left of the steel frames, trying to get somewhat of an angle, see where they are, anything that'll help. Lucid does spot. I can't read. Lucid does spot Ortiz. Tries to take some shots, gets him very low, was not able to get the knock. Mommy is over here looking ready to take a kill and is preparing. This has no idea that Mommy is just behind that crate, nor does Pearl, I don't believe. If they're not careful and they show themselves, they could be taken down. Oh, but they decide that falling back is the best option, while Mommy was going to try and go for a flank. But it is way too late. Looks like OPX has decided that taking the fight was not the best option. They do want to try and get that first placement, so they have backed off. So it's starting to look at some other teams here. Looking back at school, we still have Leandro sitting there by himself, just kind of chilling, while 18 is still just kind of looting over there at school. They do know where Leandro is, though. Halo is peeking towards the red house. He's looking into the field, and I believe they do know where Leandro is. And they're just kind of watching him like a hawk, waiting for the chance to strike, as they probably do know that he is the last person alive. Looking back at Jorgo crates, it looks like Team 8 is pushing on 3. This time they're not falling back. However, they need to be careful as Mama is above on the steel frame. Once Mama hears shots, they're gonna start shooting back and looking for where to shoot, looking for where to protect and defend his partner or her partner. I have no clue. Pearl over here is trying to get an angle by using the crates inside the warehouse to see if they can find anything, but they won't, as they're all behind crates or on top of the steel frame, which you cannot see from that position, I believe. I'm uncertain. These teams do need to kind of be careful, though. We do have Team 17 coming from the left. They were looting that whole side of Jorgo Pool to the west. And they could possibly come in over there by the circle if they do choose to take that route. Oh, Pearl's pushing in. Pearl was going in for the kill. Knows he's in the crates. Takes him down. Order's very low. Very easy to take down. Mama over here is trying to see if they can get any shots while laying down. Laying down does give you a 50% reduction in recoil. So if he can get an angle, easily be able to take him down as long as he's paying attention. He's watching them like a hawk. He chooses not to shoot at them. Nope. Changed my mind. Mama does decide to take shots, but misses completely and takes no damage. Pearl and Lucid now know exactly where Mama is. Mama knows that, and Mama is, proning, taking as much cover as possible with all that she can get. Dak over here, Team 4, they are pushing in. They hear all the shots, and they say they want part of the fun. They want some more kills. They want to show them what's up. Dak, they won the last week's games. Wednesday, the money match is there for $20 in total. And they did pretty well. There was a very low attendance, but they stuck to it the entire time. They got the points they needed. They won that fair and square. I do hope to see them just go off in this as well. Maybe win a few matches and just get what they deserve. Oh, Casco takes down Pearl. I'm sorry, takes down Lucid. Pearl is reviving Lucid currently. The storm is right there. They don't have a lot of space to work with. They are losing health. Pearl does decide to push in and almost takes down Casco, but ends up getting taken down himself, and that is it for Team 8. We're now down to 14 teams total across the entire map. Taking a look, gander around the rest of the map, we do have a few teams just kind of rotating. We have S2G and Team 9 pushing towards Pachinki. Team 15 is just kind of chilling over there by the church as well, with Dwighty Boy over here just kind of going through the field. Needs to be careful there. If Team 11 over here on the hill does notice him, he is very open, very easy to kill, nothing hard to take down there at all. Looking back at school apartments, actually, Team 18 is taking shots at some teams rotating past them. They do need to go ahead and take a lead themselves, look for a vehicle. They've been stalking Leandro for way too long. Not allowing themselves to get any more better loot or better weapons, and just waiting for the one kill. And Leandro knows this, and that's why Leandro is rotating all the way around school apartments while they're just sitting there. Looking back towards Team 7 and Team 6, it appears that someone did try to push into them, and there was a whole fight going on between Fear and AVX. I believe AVX is a female team based off the lobby. I think they're here to show that female power, it does exist in the PUBG mobile community, and they are ready to take on anybody that they need to. Zilly is down. I can't click on these other people. Alright, Quippe is taking an angle from behind the fence, is pushing in, maybe to try and get Zuli, but he gets shot from the left and is downed. Leaving Maffei proning all alone, clueless on what to do. Maffei's going to try and gotta go ahead and revive her teammates. Team 7, I believe, does realize this, that they are going to try to do that, and that's why Hayes is pushing from the right. He was trying to take some shots, but Maffei was already behind the wall before it was too late. He could go in for a push, probably take them down with the rest of his teammates, but he's taking too long, and he does get revived. She has managed to kind of run away while Quippe sits there healing up. They both get knocked. They're both down for the count, and Team 6 is down. They take the 14th spot of the night for the first match of Wrangle. We do have a lot of teams kind of cluttered over here on the hill for Pachinki. We have Team 15 right across from 11. 22 taking some cover and hospitality over there by the houses in the middle of the field as well. And S2G just kind of chilling on the bottom portion of the hill on this one little house. We have a lot of teams ready for the middle, ready for it to come down on them, ready to take their positions and fight for them, while other teams may rotate and try to take their positions as well. Oh, it appears Team 9 is taking shots at Team 15. 15 does appear to be invisible from their position. Dwighty Boy is down currently. Oh, I'm sorry, not down. Just took a lot of damage. Is healing currently right now. Back to health. S2G is also healing. It appears they're taking pot shots at each other, causing each other to lose damage, causing each other to use bandages and meds. But I don't believe it is worth it. I believe they're just kind of wasting time here. Probably maybe have a few just kind of distract them while the rest push up the hill and around. To go for them would be the smartest idea, because just sitting there, allowing all the teams around them to just hear the shots, leaves them open to flanks from behind, and it's just really not doing anything good for them. Especially with 22 moving on them currently as we speak. 22, I believe, does hear the shots. They're shooting at 44, but they're also getting taken shots from Team 7. Well, we got lots of fire coming over here. Lots of shots from long distances. Lots of damage being taken, but no real downs or kills being given. Chili Willy does get down as well, though. But as they do have enough cover, Dwighty Boy just does manage to revive them, no problem. And Chili Willy is, right back on his feet. Or I'm sorry, that was EC Tails getting revived. But again, once again, you know, they need to be careful. While 22 is occupied here, if they do decide they do want to just kind of run down the map, do steal a few kills, it won't be very hard as they do have the high ground. They really do need to make sure they keep some cover or they get out of there. Oh, 15 and 18 are taking shots at each other. Oh, it appears Hare was taken down. 15 does take him down. Bought a news voice pack last night. Is that true, Immortal? Is that true? Is that true? Alright. Yeah, no more Indian accent. Yeah, nobody wants that Indian accent. They want the raw Mexican white sounding, accent, right? That's what they want. Or I'm sorry, the fake Mexican accent, but it is actually white, without actually being a white accent. There you go. That's how you would say that. Looking back over here, Team 15 is still taking shots at Team 22. It appears they're trying to push up the mountain just a bit, also holding their position. And as I said, Team 22 is getting a little interested, getting a little risky here. They do need to remember that Team 7 is kind of watching them from over there south as well. If they're not careful, they will get taken down in the middle of the fight. Syria is pushing up, takes down Tails, also taking shots from over there by 7, I believe. 17 is trying to get anything they can, any damage, anything to add to their nice little stats there. But at the end of the day, they're not really getting anything. Oh, Team 22 is pushing on 15. This may give Team 7 a chance to actually get some downs here. Alright, we got Black GG pushing from the right, going down on Dwight. I believe he sees Dwight. He starts shooting at him. Hip fires from a very long distance. Not the smartest move there. He does get down himself. Almost finished by Dwighty. Xerxes over here is bandaging with the last bit of bandages he has. He's no first aid kits at all. He does push to try to take them down and does take them down. Well, they did lose one. They did get one down. If Xerxes didn't push that, if he didn't push that, they probably would have been taken as well. We do have a new circle here. People are starting to rotate out, and it appears that everybody thought it was going to be there, and it just wasn't the case. We have 17 just kind of chilling over there on the mountain, just kind of shooting for the fun of it, attracting other enemies to try and kill them. This is where we're going to start getting a bunch of teams to start closing in on each other. Not going to see a lot of movement towards the end game. A lot of snaking is going to start happening. However, again, we have this huge field in the entire circle. Once this next one hits, if they're going to see a lot of teams probably rotate towards that bottom hill or the top hill, and we might even see a few take refugee with take some defense with their own vehicles in the middle of the field. Some might even take some cover from sheds. We have Team 11 here actually taking cover with the sheds. I believe this is kill of death. Kill or die. I'm sorry. This is kill or die. Kill or die is just kind of taking refugee in the shed. They don't want to get shot from either of the hills. And right behind them is Team 15 pushing as well. Dwighty Boy does make it to the shed. He does see Team 20. Team 20 does know he's there thanks to the sounds of his wonderful vehicle. The rest of his team is also pushing up. If they're not careful, they could get shot out of their vehicles. Oh, Duarte boy decides he's going to take some shots and takes down Hakeem's. He wants to get that finish, but I don't believe he's going to get that. Wants to start throwing nades. Duarte boy says he doesn't need the rest of his team. He's got this. He's going to take them all on his own. He's going to take Thor. He's going to take Hakeem's. He's going to take Snapples. And does down one more player. Can he get Thor's all on his own? And he wipes an entire team all on his own. Pushes up. Takes nades. Everything. Duarte boy says he did not need his team to take down this team. Oh, by the way, for those of you... I've actually met some of you in the chat who were talking about the new voice. This is Papa, if you guys remember me from the chats. Oh yes, the next circle, very large portion of the circle. 90% of the circle is in that field. However, that 10% we do have that, Inferno Papa IX right there. We do have the compound over here. That's about 5% of the circle, and the other 5% is just kind of the upper hill. Not a lot of cover, though. We do have trees that they can kind of use to, take defense, but I think they're going to want to go ahead and push into the compound at some point. Yes, so just as I mentioned before, we're going to see a lot of teams start, closing in on each other. We're not going to see a lot of movement. And just right here, we do have Killer Die right in the house, right in front of Fear. So they're probably going to sit here for a while until someone makes the move or some other team starts to rotate. Killer Die here does have to be careful because they are on the outer side of the compound. So teams might want to rotate there. But Fear over here does have to watch out for Team 4. Team 4 is also pushing from the side. They do decide to take out their vehicles so they cannot push out and take some easy route. And then we as well have Team 10 making use of their vehicle as a defense. Ooh. DC. Team 19 does seem to be a bit of a pickle with the Kappa Kings. Kappa Kings have got them closed, but they do have that shed, and they do have all of that, those vehicles that keep cover, so they are going to be safe. They're down. They're getting some down players, but they'll easily be able to pick it right back up. Looking back at the compound, we have Fears in the house. I can't seem to work these controls sometimes. Dak has lost both of his teammates, all three of his teammates. He's the last one. Trouble. He's all by himself, just kind of proning. He, again, wants to get that first place. He's probably going to try to do his best to third party any chance, but as he only has 14 seconds, the circle's going to close in. So as the circle closes in, we do have to keep in mind, again, Kappa Kings is on the hill. They do have the hill. They do have the high ground. They will be able to see any teams making moves from these houses. They do have to utilize these smokes, otherwise they will be taken down real fucking easily. Kappa Kings decides to push early, and they take the shed, and they still have the advantage over these players who do have to push out of these compounds. They're utilizing their smokes, because if they don't, they will, again, easily be taken down with no issue. Sammy by, giving a perfect example for Killer Die, right in the field, didn't use the smokes ahead of time, right in the open, taking shots and being down. We have a lot of the a lot of these people just died to the zone. Fear, Killer Die, they didn't throw the smokes ahead of time. They decided to stay in their little houses for protection, and it ended up killing them in the end as Kappa Kings did push up to the shed here. We have 3 teams left. We have Disconnected, we have OPG, and we have Kappa Kings. All very, very far from each other with a big field in the middle. We do have very small little bits of cover. The only way to really utilize this cover is to prone, sadly. We're going to get a lot of snakes towards the end of this game, but it's the only way they can survive. It's the only choice if they want to win these $10. There's no compounds, there's nothing to hide from. We do have 25 seconds before the circle starts closing in once more. Nobody is in the circle. It appears Kappa Kings is taking shots from 19. But nobody is in the circle. Everybody is going to have to push up, and I believe DC will probably have the better side of the circle proning in, as they are not only closer, but they do have a very, very slight edge here to, once again, prone and take cover from, while Kappa Kings will have to go right over the hill just to catch up. Again, no utilization of the smokes. They're all pushing in, taking damage not only from the zone, but from players as well who can clearly see them from where they are. Gonza he didn't push into the same smokes as the rest of his team. Seems like we got a bit of miscommunication. Again, needed more smokes. Robert gets taken down, and Sammy Bot is the last one left on their team. Chili Willy is using a first aid to heal himself. His other teammate, Dwighty Boy, is over here by the crate. Takes down ADP and OPG. Takes down the OPG team. Now what is left? We have Sammy Bot, Chili Willy, and Dwighty Boy. All very good players. Sammy Bot actually has 2 kills. Dwighty has a total of 7, and Chili has a total of 5. Sammy Bot does not have a very easy game here, as you know, these players, they do utilize their grenades. They do utilize their equipment that they have collected over the time of the match. They want these $10. And, you know, Sammy's going against Dwighty Boy, who had team wiped an entire team all on his own. I believe Sammy Boy really is going to be fighting for his life here. Not only that, but Sammy Boy has no clue where they are, throwing nades in completely opposite directions of where they are. Oh, Dwighty Boy sees Sammy, and Sammy is down and disconnected. Takes the win. Alright. We'll see you guys on the next match. Please bear with us during this intermission.
go.
The blue team has scored for the first time!
No mercy! Cover me! Enemy down!
Oh no. Okay, it's an easy fix. So we're gonna go Sandhawk. We'll do that last. That's it's easy fix. I fucking did not do that. Oh my god. Okay, no, it's good though. This is fine. Cause we were gonna do Sandhawk anyway, and I have that downloaded. Oh no. Oh no. That's embarrassing. That's like twice in a row. Okay, backpack, armor. Yeah, that's all good. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, well, we have 68 players ready to battle out in Sandhawk instead. Let's see. Help desk. Oh, I got 1 minute. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we have a great game of Sandhawk, 68 players, 19 teams. You know it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm specifically looking at both Boot Camp, Paradise Resort. We have a lot of people jumping right off the back. We got people going to Mongai, Camp Bravo, Kaio, got a few teams going Paradise. No, nobody landed Paradise. Not a single soul landed Paradise. Kind of sad to see that, not gonna lie. But I think everybody wanted to go Boot Camp, so I think we should be expecting that in just one moment. Yeah, so we got 3 teams that landed here. We have a duo, S2G. Not sure where their third went. They did have a third, but they decided they were gonna go here. We have OPG. OPG landed here with a full squad, main building, and then we have AZT over here to the warehouses. Looking back around the map, we do have appears to be 17 taking shots. No shots were taken. Looking back at Sandhawk, we have 9. We have 19. 9 is kind of pushing through the little divots in the boot camp area, getting their loot, as you do in these matches. He's picking up an AK. He's got a M4 in his back, I believe. Nope, he just got an AK. Got an AK and a level 2 backpack. We got Bye over here as well as an AK, and also, oh, he's moving. I can't see what he is. We're looking back around the map. We got lots of people everywhere. We got people over here. Lakawi, Camp Bravo, Mungai, Tapmog, Hot 10. Hot 10 is my favorite place to land, if I must say. And then we got Sami with both Prism and Dak. 2 of my favorite teams for the night, I think. 2 of my favorite teams for the night, kind of battling it out. Hopefully battling it out. I hope they battle it to the very end. Prism, they did pretty well in the last match, I believe. Dak did somewhat better. They did end up kind of getting a little fucked there towards the end, but, they did their best. They did what they could. But Dak here, they do have a down player. They're currently reviving. They already did lost 1 Kira. I know Prism. They want to push. They want to push up. They're pushing it. They're doing all they can. Galaxy, Sandy, Scuba, Goliath. Galaxy pushed in, taking down Dak, and Dak is down. Sandy got 3 of the kills. He basically took down the team on its own with a little bit of help from Galaxy. Those 2 are always a great little battle buddies there, as well as the rest of Goliath and Scuba. Always a sight to see. Lots of great plays from those teams at all times. Over here, we got Team 20, Team 17. Appears they're pushing on each other. Hakeem's is a little far from his team, pushing forward. You know, is confident he could take them down all on his own, just like Dwighty did them. He thinks he can do the same. Let's see him do it. I have confidence. I have confidence that Hakeem's got confidence. Hakeem's pushing. He wants to push Swift. Swift knew he was going to start pushing. He was going to go for the hip fire. He's trying to push around, rotate around this house. Swift knows where he's at. They both take shots at each other. Hakeem's taking more damage. The rest of his team is pulling up. They need to pull up a bit faster, otherwise Hakeem looks like he's going to get downed here. They do, you know, the other teammates of 17 is pushing up. Hakeem's literally 1% of health. Barely making a life and is downed. The rest of their team is looking from afar. Two of their players are currently downed, as well as one of their 17's players are down as well. 17 is coming back for backup though. They are on the rocks. They're watching from afar. They're trying to find out where Thor is, and you know Golden over here does find Thor, but he shot too late, and Thor decided that it was time to get behind the rock. No, looking back at boot camp, actually, we got 19 pushing on 21. It appears Devilish was just downed. You know, Z's coming to revive him, and Reflex is down as well, and as well as Skull it was killed off. 19 to pick up their teammate. He does need a heal. He's using a first aid kit. He's got a few more bandages. Nothing to get him to that 100% health. He's gonna have to push with what he got, as the rest of his team is pushing right off the bat. Rough Angel does get downed. Reflex is taking his vein. He's trying his best to be very careful. He's gonna try to hip fire into Devilish over here on his left. He does down him, but you know Z over here was like, no. It's time for you to go. It's time to move on to better things. Going back to 20 and 17 here, it looks like Hakeem did end up getting finished. His confidence was high, and his confidence got him killed. And it appears the rest of Team 20 is just kind of keeping position, while 17 also is keeping position. With Golden, you know, going for a flank, he needs to be careful, as you know, not only are there teammates from a side shooting at him, you know, they do have that third person take advantage, so they need to be careful here. And then, you know, Golden as well, high confidence, but it's the same thing that got him killed. Golden takes down one kill for the match and is down. Rest of his team, you know, has to pick up the slack. It's a 3v3 currently. I believe HC over here was trying to make a flank, but again, forgets that the third person peek advantage does exist. Was in the middle of the field and gets taken down by Milo's boy. So it has turned into 2v3. Swift and HZ. I'm sorry, not HZ. Hulk. You do have a slight advantage with the circle being on their side, but they're both going to be in this. Milo's boy, they do need to go ahead and make some rotations here, and that's exactly what they're doing. They could completely bypass 17. 17's going to have no clue that they've left, and 17's going to sit there for a while in the zone, waiting for them to come over just to take damage for nothing. Well, they're looting. They're looting before they leave. You know, it's important to always loot. 16. So they're not rotating. They've actually all decided to stay in the circle. Not exactly sure what the play is here. Miles, but looks like he wants to get that buggy, wants to get out of here. Samples as well. He actually is, rotating out of that area. But they're all kind of spread out over the place. While 17 is at least stuck together. Going over here, right outside of Paradise, we have 19 and 16 as firing it out. Jin is currently downed, as well as one of their players, I believe Aries is down as well. We had a nice little fight going over here outside of Paradise. Both teams, trying their best, rotating around buildings. Jin is still currently down at the tree. Most likely will be finished by Chunky YT over here on the wall, as he does have the ability to see, but Jin decides to use that smoke and pushes up a bit more, right next to them actually. Oh, 19 is taking some shots back. Devilish over here does down Bloody, and Devilish will probably finish him as well. Nope, couldn't get that finish, Decides to continue pushing up, getting that finish on that knock. It's not the most important thing in the world. He wants to, utilize, he wants to keep that ammo and keep moving forward. Also, yeah, I'd say have the DVR on. Some people like that. I don't see why not have it on, to be honest. Well, I guess, no, maybe keep it up. I don't know. Play that up to you. Alright, Devilish coming in with the SK-12. Oh, he just barely misses one of them. He ends up getting knocked by the Vector from Ares. Ares was down earlier, comes back, knocks, and now, Devilish has lost 2 of his teammates. The entire team of 19 taken down completely. No coming back from that at all. Alright. They need to go ahead and start pushing away. It looks like Team 20 did take out 17 at some point. No, actually, I'm sorry. 17 managed to rotate all the way around the fight from 16 and ODP, or I'm sorry, LPG. They're safely over here towards, again, right outside of Paradise, or right next to 16 as well. They're taking Refugee and it's working, but they do need to start pushing up as the circle is still pushing in, and they cannot stay there forever. There's a lake over here with 8 and 11. I'm not exactly sure if they know where each other are. We have OPX once again. They do appear to have a full team as compared to the last match where they had only 2. Or, I'm sorry, 3. Losing 1 in the early game. Kill or Die over here is Team 11. They are just kind of sitting over here on the perch, waiting for someone to come over. I believe they probably did cross pass at some point with 8, and they were just kind of waiting. Pearl is taking shots at Swift. Swift did take some shots as well. Swift did take some shots as well, but he's healing that right back up. Okay, come on. I believe my game froze. Cool. Alright, just one moment. There will be no casting while I restart my game. I mean, well, Immortal Gamer, he'll of course have his, Immortal Gamer will have his background up, but just a little moment while I wait him back. It shouldn't take too long.
Okay, so here we can see Team 8 and Team 11, whereas Team 17 all the way back outside the zone. So they will, when they move in, they will have to take fight against Team 11 and Team 8. Okay, here, let's look at Team 18.
Right back into it. We have, I believe, 18 pushing on 8. I'm sorry. Nothing happened. 18 has just demolished a team. They had no chance to do a single thing, and 18 has taken their spot. We do have Prism over here on the side of the rocks on the mountain. They did not want to go all the way up. They do want to just kind of keep that side of the mountain and just kind of see if there's anything they can get from there. But as 22 is already moving up the hill, it'll just be a safe haven for 5. There will be no shots to be had at all. 15 over here on the edge appears to be taking shots at 8. Circle's starting to move in, and they're going to use that to their advantage. I do believe 15 DC, they do need to be careful kind of keeping this edge. They do have a downed player somewhere. I'm not sure where those downed player is actually. Are they together? Yeah. No. Xerxes is down. Where's Xerxes? I have no clue what. So, it appears, yeah, okay, so it appears Xerxes, for some reason, was all the way at Tatmok. He's currently down. He's just kind of sitting there. Not much is happening. They're not exactly sure what happened there. But Chili Willy and Dwighty Boy, they are next to each other. Again, both really good players. They do need to go ahead and heal, and they need to move out to that bridge. Otherwise, they will kind of keep themselves trapped when it's their turn to turn or rotate past that bridge, and then people are already on the other side. They'll be waiting for them, and then it won't be too great of a fight. Killer Die is versing OPX currently right now. They are kind of just chilling on the edge with space down, and actually the rest of his team is already pushed up, which I also didn't see. 17 is swimming into circle from the north side. Yeah, Hot Tub is my favorite. Yeah, Hot Tub was the place to land for when I was playing competitive. They're gonna take a lot of damage here, but they're not too worried. Swift here, he has four first aids. He needs to hurry up and get to the land so he can actually use those. And then Hulk the same. He only has one, but he's able to use it right there. Oh, taking shots was not a great idea. He might have downed him, but he's very low on health. He needs to hurry up and revive or reheal before it's too late. He gets denied for the zone. Heals in time. Swift is already ready to go for the fight. It looks like they did finish him, and then the last player of Killer Die is what is it? It's Dios, and 17 knew exactly where he is, but they do want to go ahead and loot real fast, and then start pushing again. Oh, we got 22 taking shots. They're all taking shots. I believe they just took down a team all on their own. Very, very proud of the 22 over here. There's a lot of boxes I see them looting. I'm not sure if that was a team they took down or that was previously 18. But now that I think about it, 18 is not here anymore. 22 did take out an 18. Hair is out of the game. 17, they're still kind of chilling out there in the zone. They're finally starting to move in. They got their loot. They're ready to take, a few more people on. They want to play it a bit safe, but, they do have this easy kill being Dios, or Dios, just kind of right behind. Back on the top of the mountain, 22 is versing Kappa Kings right now. Fun fact, 22 Syria. I gotta slow down. Syria. Teams 22 Syria is actually the manager for KPK and actually signed them up for this, so this is interesting. We get a little friendly rivalry here with 22 actually seemingly taking down them versus the other way around. Oh, yep, Kappa Kings is taken down by their manager in the manager's team. Poor Kappa Kings being humiliated on stream by their own manager. Manager had to show them and put them in place, show them who's the boss here. Syria did come out on top. Along with, the rest of the team. Well, 22 does have the advantage. They will be able to keep that. Or they are taking shots from right under themselves by team... Please click. Team 20. Team 20 is down the hill. They did also get a down player, so they're all just kind of reviving. They're going to start healing again. But, again, 22, right on the top of the hill. A lot of, high ground there for them to work with compared to 20, who do have to kind of move in just a slightly bit more, which will be out of the little cover zone, I believe. Nope, they're completely fine. It appears that this circle is taking a very grave turn for some of these teams. This is a very deadly mountain. I feel personally this is a very deadly rotation or area where you have to move. If you don't move in quickly, you're going to have a very hard time pushing in late. There is a very big divot over here on the rocks. If you fall down that, that's like 100 meters down, you're going to die. You're going to get down. There's no way down. So, 22, they're paying a lot of attention to 20, but I think their best option here is to kind of fall back. Start moving down the mountain from the backside before it's too late. They don't even have any time. Circle's already moving in. They've wasted a lot of time trying to fight 20. And now with the circle moving in, they're going to have a lot of trouble trying to get to where they need to get to. I mean, even in classic matches, this rock can really get to you, You just got to be careful with the rocks here in Sandhog. Otherwise, it will mess you back up. It appears they did also lose a teammate as well. Syria, she's been killed. She's been down. She's nowhere to be seen anymore. You see, it's while they got this high ground, it's great. It really does help them. But at the same time, when it comes down to the end circle, people are taking their cover. They don't want to fight. They got to make their moves. Where are they going to go? And they're just kind of sticking on the edge. If they don't get the circle, I believe 22 will not be seeing the end of this game at all. Yep, 22. They do not have the circle. It is on the other side of the map. They have trapped themselves, I believe. They might be able to go a little bit into zone, but they need to start making their way left. They're sitting there on the mountain, hoping for something. I think they're trying to get more kills, but again, you want to get that placement. We're doing these, the official PUBG Mobile score system. First place means everything, not only because of the score system, but also because of the fact that you get $10. And if we're not going for that first placement, you're really just kind of wasting your time here, I believe. It looks like Refner over here is trying to find a way down. That's not the way to go, Reffer falls down to their impending doom, is down, and also down. Yeah, they wasted too much time trying to stay up there. They were trying to get kills. I have no clue why they decided to do that, and they're out for the count. There's no point healing. They are stuck. Team 22 is out. Oh, I'm sorry. There's still Moy up there. I guess he got that first aid last minute. But it's, again, not going to do much as, he can't get down. He's going to try to get a few more kills, ruin some other people's days, and, that's it. That's it. And 22's out. Alright, moving back into circle, we do have Chili Willy. We've disconnected over here, taking a little bit of cover on the side of this mountain. I believe actually that Chili Willy is the last, no, not the last remaining member. Duarte Boy is right behind him. Duarte Boy is not going off with as many kills as they did last game. They only have 1 kill going into this, as well as with Chili Willy having 2. I believe Duarte Boy is going to try to get a good amount of kills towards the end of this. Wants to show off just like he did in Erangel. Show him what's up. Ooh. This may or may not help Duarte, as Prism does have to move up just slightly on that right. No, I'm sorry, my bad. Prism has a very good perch up there on the rock. They are going to be in circle. They just move if they move of the utmost slightly forward. I'm going to take it out really easy. Plays here, and it does end up paying off. He does not take too much damage and takes out. Disconnected. Prism does take first place with a total of 13 kills. I'm proud of them. They did pretty good. Disconnected, they did manage to get that second place spot. They have to do pretty good in this next game to just keep on their little roller coaster of craziness. Let's see. Just gotta take some screenshots here real fast. We're gonna go ahead and get the next, room set up, and we'll see you guys in the next match. The next match will be Vikendi. It will be Vikendi, I swear. See ya.
match. Let's go.
The blue team has scored for the first time.
Reloading. Enemy down. Cover me. Reloading.
My bad, Mort. I forgot to friend you again.
Nice shot. Flare. Nice shot. Cover me. Reloading.
we do here is go back.
Oh, I still have a drink. Alright, so now we have Vikendi. The hoster did not fail this time and made sure to download the map before starting the custom room. so we actually get to see Vikendi in its glory. I know there's a lot of SMGs in here, and I still have chosen to put it on ×3 for SMGs. Where you see everybody with SMGs. There's never going to be a time where someone is not going to be able to get a gun in this match. If they can't get a gun, then they must just be the unluckiest person to exist. It's crazy, but it happens sometimes. Let's see who starts jumping right off the back. I don't think we'll see too many people going to Peshkova. Kantra is pretty good. Abby, Tovar. Personally, I like to drop like Krichas or Dobro Mesto or Gorako. Gorako is a fun one in classics, but if I was in a competitive match, I typically was dropping Krichas, or if it's in a plain path like this, I typically go Mavatro or Vihar. And Pavoso is always a good one as well, but you'll most likely see just a few people go there. It looks like we have a team 10 Kappa Kings, and we have team AVX6 going towards Peshkova. I believe 6 is just passing by, while team 10 is actually dropping Peshkova. Looks like they're dropping on each other, actually. I don't know. Yeah, team 10's kind of shifting towards the left, but 6 is, I don't know. Team 8, OPX did drop Cebit Factor, just as assumed, just as expected. S2G is at Pavosta, and the rest of them are just kind of falling in place. We do have a lot of areas for these people to land. We only had 16 teams this round. This time around, we did have everybody almost had everybody had almost a full team this time around. So, it's a lot more full this time. So while we're only 3 players less, we actually have 3 less teams. We also have 17-20 over by Winery. They're in a very interesting little split here. We have 17, both Hulk and Swift, kind of like sandwiching Thor and Hakim. So if they're not careful, most likely, Team 17 is watching them. And then as well as Team 20 over here with Milo's boy, he's kind of pushing on Team 17. If he's not careful, he's going to get down. He's right in front of them. Milo's boy, I do believe, did see him on that screen right there, using a third-person peek. He's kind of shooting into that window, hoping they'll peek. I'm to drink real fast. Alright, Milo's boy just kind of takes refugees. It appears to have an Uzi, so he has a pretty good weapon. It's very good for hip fire. he should be able to easily take down some of these players as they are all close range. It appears Swift nor Hulk were shooting down at Team Hakeem's and Thor. They easily passed by, and they got no downs or anything, no damage on them. Oh, but over here at Team 20, they are fighting each other. Their shots are being taken. HZ was just down by Thor. And HZ was, he's been finished. We actually saw, this is the second time we've seen these two teams go at it again in the same night. Last match, it was Sandhawk. They were going against each other. 17 looked like they had the advantage because there was a player for 20. Miles Boy, he's pushing on its own, a lot of confidence, didn't have too much cover from behind. But then it turning around, they just ended up leaving each other. It appears we have the same sort of setup here. 17, they did sort of have an advantage, but they didn't really utilize that. They've lost 2 players, and they are just kind of backing, falling behind, regrouping, getting more loot, and being more prepared for the fight. Looking back at the rest of the map, though, not too many teams are, close together. AVX ended up going all the way towards, it looks like Trevno, and then 10 did stay at Peshkova. However, they don't have too much time to loot. They only have about 2 more minutes, so they do need to go ahead and start making their way towards the circle, which we do see Team Kappa Kings right now doing. But it appears AVK or AVX, based off where they landed, they probably didn't have a lot of loot, so they're going to Trevno to get all that loot there, hurry up and get that and then eat out of it. If they don't got a car there, or at least one for 4 people, they're gonna have a very hard time getting in that circle. But Kenny is very known for its terrible circles. You could have one where it's like the first one, half of it's in the fucking ocean. You got to be careful when it comes to this map. Team 10 actually seems to be pushing up at Vosto, I should say. And we actually do have S2G already here. And they appear to be just sitting in place. Natha's is just staring at the ground while the rest of their team does appear to be actually looting, I believe. Yeah, Polar and Scar, they're both moving. And then looking over here, we have Junior. He's also moving as well in his own house. No clue what Nathas is doing. He's just, admiring the ground, I guess. The amazing tile that was put into these houses, the amazing work. But, there are more important things to look at. So it appears 17 did try to take on 20 anyway. Swift is the last remaining member of the team. Not sure what they were trying to do here. They did appear to down Hakeem's, but 3 other players still exist. And, Swift gets taken down. Does some damage, gets it down, no kills were taken. A very odd play here. But they were trying their best. Maybe they were just like, I have 2 players left. It's just you and me, man. Let's just rush into it, do what we can. If we don't win, we don't win. We do some damage, just fuck it, Maybe that's what they were doing. Maybe they weren't. But either way, they did end up getting taken down and out of the game once again. No $10 will be rewarded to them, but they did try their best, and we do appreciate them attending these scrims. So the circle is starting to move in. We do see AVX actually moving. They did find a vehicle, and they are starting to push towards the circle. Most likely, they could push into Budvosto and see Team 9, depending on the route they take. Alright, let's see what we got here. So because we have a small amount of teams, we're not going to see too much, interaction here towards the beginning. I did make sure to add the 0.1 speed to the zone, so it is shit just slightly faster, because I know this map is a decent size, and it can still be kind of slow in the beginning. We want these teams to be fighting. We want them to be coming at each other, practicing these fights, not just kind of sitting around. But looking back over here, we do have Team 10. You know, they just took down. Oh, they're just firing. My bad. I thought we had 22 next to them. However, going back on that, we do have 8 passing right through 10. Jay is taking some shots as he passes by. His vehicle is very, very easy to take down. These vehicles do not have a lot of health to them. Very easily taken down by just one mag. Somehow, Kowalski did not notice that the car did stop right in front of him and ends up getting taken down. We do have the bot over here to the right from KPK. I'm sorry, yeah, same bot. Bot is trying to, flank around on Jay, take him out while he's just kind of trapped there. And the rest of KPK, I don't know what they're doing, but LPX is pushing in. They down Gonza, and then KPK's gone. Kappa Kings, they're gone. They are not the kings of this match, and they weren't the kings of the last match. Will they take the crown next round though? Next week? That's the question. Kappa Kings just tried their best though. They did really great first round. Just got to work on some improving. They gave it their all, and that's it. Oh, okay. So take a second to load. Looks like we have 18 and 4 going at it again. Divide and Conquer versus TOP, or just 18 here. Ooh, 18 did take down 2 of them. Oh, Divide and Conquer is out of the game very early into the match. I believe we did see them place very well in the last 2 matches, but this game, a hair was like, no, not tonight. You must sit back and relax while we take the crown, I don't know why I did that. That's so weird. Okay. Over here, back towards LPX, like people decided that LPX did not have too much fun. They needed more fun, so 16 has passed by them. They do appear to. I do believe their vehicles. OPX actually has 2 armored vehicles somehow. No clue where they got these vehicles from. But there we are. Two armored vehicles. They'll be able to take on all the damage they can possibly take. They're ready for whatever it takes. 16, they did run away, by the looks of it. Oh no, I'm sorry. No. Yeah, 16 was taken down. My bad. I believe disconnected probably took him down from afar. My controls aren't working. Yeah, Team 15, they do see LPX. Xerxes did take a gander. Saw both armored vehicles. Decided to take those shots. Would have been a waste of ammo because you do have to shoot a fuck ton of ammo before to do any sort of damage. Papa Dabs. Okay, so that guy must know me because not everyone knows that my prior name was Dabs. I don't remember Ezra though. I feel so bad. Wait, that's his X. What the heck? That's his XS. That is so small. I can't see that for anything. Who's Ezra? I have no clue who Ezra is. Anyways. Going back to the match, once again, just taking a few ganders here and there. All the teams, they are in the circle for the 18's kind of a little bit off, but all the teams are getting in. AVX is coming into Goroka, but for the most part, they're going to start taking a lot of the positions that they need and just waiting for the next circle. 15, they are getting a little anxious here. They are shooting their guns. They do want kills. They do want to fight. But at the moment, there's just really nothing to fight at the moment. Oh, 21 taking shots at 9. 9 taking out to 21. Remixes does get taken down. And 9, I believe they're starting to push in just ever so slightly. They're giving Junior a chance to go ahead and revive or heal himself. Looks like he's just kind of taking over an Overwatch position while Polar and the rest of his team are just kind of like watching over the map as a whole. Again, they're just doing damage. They're just trying to scare off the enemy, giving them a little push. Maybe they'll push into them. Maybe they'll get a chance to do some more damage. Maybe even a knock. Maybe even a finish. But at the moment, they're just sending out damage to each other. Polar to remix. Actually, Scar is pushing over by himself, leaving the rest of his teammates kind of left alone. I'm sorry, pushing with Nathas. We got the duo pushing the entire team of 21. It looks like they were just a 3-man, as they did lose one of their players a little bit earlier, so they do have a very good chance of taking them down. Nathas was down, but Scar is still up. Scar is taking some shots over there at 21. The rest of their team is making the push, making it closer to go ahead and finish out this little fight out together. They want to go ahead and get in and get out. Not the Scar barely missing the revive, but Nata is very low, very low. Everyone's now here, and they're all ready to fight. As soon as they get that player revived, they're all ready to go at it and want to do whatever they need to do. Natas needs to take a bit more cover. He's kind of leaving himself open to 21 if they decide they want to do just kind of push out the house a little bit. He got revived though, and he just kind of goes back. Ezra, I have just no clue who you are. Teen XS picture. I'm sorry. S2G does take out team. They do take out team 21. That's it. That's good. OPX, they're still just kind of chilling with their armored vehicles. They have 2 of them. They have a Dacia. They have an armored vehicle. They have another armored vehicle. They're just kind of chilling here, waiting for someone to attack them. They got nothing much else to do. The circle's very big, and they're just kind of waiting for the next ride. Yeah, guys, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. With the bell if possible for Mortal Gamer. Hey, if you guys like watching these sort of like streams, if it's not just for your team, you do like watching these a lot. He does tend to do them pretty often. Almost every single day he has someone to help out. He's always, kind of streaming for them, scrimming for them, doing whatever he can to help them out. So always make sure to support him more here. He's a really good guy over here. '21 or '22, I'm not exactly sure where they're taking shots to. They're just kind of firing out in the distance. It looks like they're looking at Prism, or they're down, a little bit further down the hill towards the forest. No problem, gamer. No problem. Yeah, he has his Discord right there as well, so make sure to join that as well. EOS is that's my Discord. Join my server right there. If you need some scrims to play, that's the server you want to join for these matches. If you haven't heard, if you win a match in these money matches, you get $10 for your entire team. Sometimes maybe I'll go ahead and do 20. Sometimes it's just 10. It depends if I'm feeling a little extra kind that week. Yeah, drop 1K. Man, I could, but my bank account would be depleted, Be Mr. Beast. It's an option, you never know. First one to tag is 100K. Even losers get trophies sometimes, right? Yeah, the second circle, once again, it's just landed exactly where everyone already is. We're going to see kind of like a standstill for a while. People are loving their position. They do not want to move. And, it's going to take some time. We got 20 seconds left until this next circle starts moving. Hopefully the circle will shift somewhere better. And... Oh no. Well, now I know who Ezra is. To be fair, you did kind of like, you know, you did. How am I supposed to know who Ezra is? Okay, you gotta have your name is Hex, not Ezra. Okay. Whoever leaves the circle, get it all. Yeah, I get the joke because they die. As versus where he had done one, you know, first one to leave the circle, you know, you don't get anything. Yeah, no, I watched it. They did it at Scrims' place. You know, going back to the games though, it looks 13. 13 is rather very close to 18 over here. 18, you know, they have pushed. It's once again just a duo versus a trio. You know, they did lose one of their players. They were originally a trio, but they did lose one of their players. They are very confident that they can take on these people, though. I believe they're just kind of holding their position, waiting for the right moment to attack, and then, you know, go full force. I need to get to my Google account, check my picture. 15 and 9. They're directly pushing on each other. S2G, very good team over here versus Disconnected, another really great team. Chili Willy was down. Dwighty Boy, their top fragger is out of the game. Both Chili and Tails is down, and then Xerxes was finished off as well. We did see them get first the first round. We did see them get second the second round, but it looks like we will not be seeing them get top 5 this time around. No, but you can't win them all. You know, mistakes happen. You know, things happen. But you know, once again, really great team. They did try their best, but S2G ended up taking down for the win. 18 to 13, they're taking shots at each other once again. Not much is happening there. We have a crate over here on 22. Inside the crate, we have the AUG, we have some level 3 armor, and we have a ghillie suit that's snow covered. Gonna be a pretty useful item to have if you do like snaking late game, especially given the area. Sometimes Vikendi does have these more brown area towards the bottom right of the map, as you see overall. Which is where you would want to have the other ghillie suit that they have provided on this map. But so the snow one is what we're going to want going into this last area. Circle did shift once again. Teams are actually having to move this time around. Not too much, but you know, slightly. People are going to have to fight for their positions as well. I think we're going to see some nice movement here. 18 decided to also back away from 13. They realized the circle's not looking too great. They got to move somewhere else. But not only that, but they are passing by. They did pass by 8, taking no damage, and passing by 9 as well. They're crashing right into 9. S2G was just straight down disconnected. Did you? Okay, look, the other day it must have been like so long ago. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear Hex. Ooh, S2G, very, very good molly there. Sadly, 18 there didn't push out the window, but very good preemptive molly there, just in case he did. You could easily do like a Mr. Beast themed sort of video for PUBG Mobile, I think. Top God does get down by Scar. Last remaining member, Mirage, is getting bullied by all of S2G, and it's just wrecked. He got pushed into a room by 2 different people. He was given no chance to recover, and they're down for the count. Did I took screenshots. Let's say, I should probably mute myself. Alright. This last circle is looking very nice for 22 over here towards the crate. Question is, do they have a lot of cover over here, though? Based off what I'm seeing here, they do actually have a rock. A very protective rock. The rest of OPX. I'm not looking at the correct team. My controls aren't working very well. Okay, so now taking a look again. 22, they actually do have a couple houses here to take cover from. This crate did not drop in the middle of nowhere as I originally thought. They plenty of cover here, easily able to kind of keep this area. From the looks of it, they have 3 of 4 players. They did lose Black GG earlier in the match. This generally doesn't know. It certainly does not. Alright, 13 is pushing on 5. Prism from right behind them. They have no clue, I don't believe so. Oh, damn, how do you know I'm casting? 13 is pushing on them. It's not going too well. One of the members are down, and the others is just kind of proning, waiting for the best something to happen. He's throwing smokes. He wants to push up. He knows that circle's coming right behind him. He does not have a lot of time to just kind of sit there. Kiera is instead of casting. Well, why is there confusion? I don't understand. Okay, alright, controls. We're in the very last circle. Lots of people are dying left and right. 13 is, they're trying their best against 15. Pato really wants to get that kill on Prism. Prism Galaxy takes out Virus, and Galaxy also takes out, the rest of that team. But then Galaxy herself gets taken down by S2G over here watching from the side. No chance whatsoever. Looking over here towards Fear. Fear is fighting against AVX. AVX was just taken down. I believe this is the furthest AVX has gotten. Good try on their part. They did try their best, but it wasn't enough for Fear. Fear, they took the kill. 22 is happily sitting over here on the comp. Damn. I need to calm down. 22 is happily sitting over here on their house. They did sadly lose that circle that they did originally have. They're going to have to fight for a new spot if they're not careful enough. Or they're going to have to fight for a new spot, within 30 seconds. They need to go ahead and decide what they want to do, make some moves, as they do also have... actually, AVX is not out of the map. They do have another player right behind them pushing in very soon, as soon as possible, because they know the circle's going to come in. They got to move as soon as possible. Mafi's going to take it kind of safe, going to move towards the right, but has no clue that Kill or Die is towards where she's going. She needs to keep that... doesn't matter. Mafi's down. Kiro does take her down. And that would be AVX taking 6th place for the Bikini match of tonight. Here over here, they're not exactly in the circle. They're taking shots towards 22. They're taking Kiro down. Hayes is going to quickly heal up, and... if I can... Where's it? Oh, I'm sorry. Vid is already moving up. The rest of their 22 needs to go ahead and help out here. They don't have no time to revive Kira, I don't believe. No, they need to start moving. However, you're taking too much damage. You need to go, bro. There's no time to revive. They did lose a member. Fear was also taken down. It's a very sad day, but it happens sometimes. Sometimes you do have to leave a man behind. Looking at Syria, Syria has done multiple smokes. They are utilizing their smokes that they didn't use back in the Wrangle. They've saved them all for this last match to show them what's up. They needed about 20 of them. Sadly, Refner does get down here. Syria is reviving him right now. And then the rest of the match, what do we got here? We got Killer. So we got 3 teams left. We got Killer Die kind of pushing towards Syria and the Team 22. They did not want to give them a chance to come back, because if they do, that's 2 fully healed people that's going to get them in trouble going into the last bits of the match. 22 looks like they did lose the match, but they did take position 3. They got about 2 kills. They got multiple. They got more. They got more than 2 kills. And we got 3 kills. Came 3rd place. Not too bad. Alright, and then last but not least, we have the last remaining teams of tonight's matches. Killer Die has 3 members. They took down one of the members of S2G. Polar is on the other side, hoping for a miracle. Polar is taking shots from south, southwest, northeast, north, every single direction. Will this be it for Polar? And Polar does die. He did manage to down someone towards the end, but, you know, there was 2 other teammates he had to deal with. There was no chance of getting out of there. Killer Die does end up taking the last match of Vikendi for themselves, winning themselves $10. Oh, I think we had a lot of great matches done tonight. I was very excited to cast tonight. A lot more teams than last week, so this was definitely a lot more fun. You know, I appreciate you guys coming out to play. To check out my scrims. You know, I put stuff out for this for everyone to have, you know, the best possible practice they could ever have. You know, I'll be seeing you guys next week. Once again, thank you to Immortal, and guys, peace out.
Team match, let's go.
First point for the red team.
Cover me. No mercy! Reloading! Enemy down! Cover me! Reloading! No mercy! Cover me! Target down!
Killing spree for the blue team. The blue team is in the lead.
Reloading! Cover me! Target down. Reloading. Clear. Cover me. Great. You're about to win.
The red team doesn't have a lot of time left. Killing spree for the blue team!
Expired. Blue team victory. Reloading.